Yo, One Piece, chapter 1146, titled A Stirring in the Stillness. We're back after the week break. We're back with the manga, and we're back with the anime after the 6-month break. So everyone's obviously excited for that. This chapter dropped yesterday, April 17th, which is my birthday. So thank you, Oda, for this birthday gift. Can't wait to read the chapter. Didn't have time yesterday, but we're here now. Also got some birthday cake to eat while I'm at it, but let's get right into it. We get a beautiful little color page of Loki and obviously the Straw Hats from the new volume cover. Everyone's in color. Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Chopper. Fantastic. I love that. I have no issues with the color. Again, I'm not loving Usopp's facial hair throughout like Wano and now this. Kind of going with the Obelix redhead look, but it would have been better if it was brown or black, obviously. But in terms of everyone else, yeah, I mean, Luffy has that kind of like that kid red cape, which I wouldn't think Oda would give him that, but everyone else looks pretty damn good. So let's continue on with the chapter. Last chapter ended with Gunko interfering with Nami and the others, Jinbei and Brook and all that. What do we got here? We got Onichel Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 31. We owe you our lives. Please let us serve you. So there we go. We got new followers for Yamato, just like for Odin. So we have Tama, and now we have Ulti and Page 1. Fantastic. We love that. Honestly, there's people that are huge fans of Ulti, so we love her being an ally. That's great. But let's continue on with chapter 1146. An enemy encounter. Who the heck is that? It must be the intruder. Intruder? The human intruders. The human intruders. The ones who totally outclassed the castle guards. What's your deal? You're behind the kidnappings, aren't you? I gotta get into the vibe of reading the chapter. What's your deal? You're behind the kidnappings, aren't you? You're behind the kidnappings, aren't you? Did you just say human? And we got Brook, little question mark. What do you mean? We are gods. Gods? You sound like Enel or one of those celestial dragons. Why would a god go after the children of Elbaf? Yeah, they're my friends. Where are you taking them? Where are you taking them? Let them go. You just see the kids walking, sleepwalking. A child like you should know when to hold their tongue. Got a little, okay, all right. So we got a little, a little feeling out. But what's with this close up of Gunko and Brook, huh? What we got going on there? Now cutting to Ridley, can never remember her name. Even for us, a clean abduction isn't feasible. Who's talking here? Oh no, it's okay. It's just continuing with Gunko talking, but it's just showing the others fighting the nightmares. Okay, I get you. Even for us, a clean abduction isn't feasible, given the sheer size of our quarry. We got oh, okay. Frankie took it down with a radical beam. Lilith and Bonnie are cheering him on. Our only option to ensure passage to the Holy Land was to have them walk themselves over there. The Holy Land? You mean Mary Joa? You're celestial dragons. No way, they're the worst. She's nothing like the ones I pictured, though. Brook, ... Yo, I'm afraid this one likely holds an even higher rank. A god's knight. Brook, stop it. What do you mean, Brook? What do you know about god's knights, Brook? Are we gonna get a little bit of Brook lore before the final war, huh? Come on now. Indeed. Don't tell me you're gonna force those kids into slavery. What the heck is that arrow thing? We won't let you. Zeus, you called Nami. God, go away. It won't stop chasing me. All right. So what's going on here? We know there's an arrow chasing Usopp, but what is the path? Is Nami gonna send out Zeus, and then Zeus is gonna end up following the path and hitting Usopp? What's the T? Thunder Shark Tempo. Thunder Shark Tempo. We got a new tempo. Mixing up some okay, like some water, some obviously a rain cloud, but it's dark, it's black, but it's like a thunder shark. I like that. Thunder Shark Tempo. What? So like I thought, Zeus gonna follow the arrow, so she redirects the attack. The world was meant to simply vanish one day. That's how it was supposed to go. Huh? Run, Nami. Oh, she reverted it back at Nami. Run, Nami. Ah! Yeah! I'm sorry. Damn, Nami got fucked on with a Nami tanking her own attack. I mean, that those attacks are strong. That's pretty crazy. I'm sorry, Nami. She's like unimpressive, like whatever. Oh, no, it wasn't Nami who took. It was Brooke. Brooke got that defense though. We know. Yo, it was me. It was you? Oh, thank you. All right. See, because that's the thing. I don't think Nami could have taken her own attack. Legit. However, some among the humans realized what lay in store, and they made sure the entire world would know. Usopp, I really thought Usopp was going to get it, but that arrow, unless that's another arrow she has that's going back at Usopp. He's got that observation hacky. Bang! Take that! We're not afraid of the celestial dragons, you bastards! Yeah! Well, that was overkill, Usopp. It completely blew her... It completely blew her top... It completely blew away her top half. I'm sorry. Huh? What? She's regenerating? I felt bad for her, but this is creepy. Yo, I must say, it's rather unnerving to see the dead rise. It sure is, Brooke. So straight up, she just took that attack from Usopp. I forget the name of it, but it's the skull grass explosion. She just took that. Okay. She's regening. Once it starts, it cannot be undone. So regen, just like the Gorosei, basically, from I think what we've seen, right? No one. Once it starts, it cannot be undone. No one can stop it. Ooh, I knew it. The arrow must be pointing to her target. Leave it to me, Usopp. An attack that telegraphs itself. How absurd. The countdown has started. The world is already entangled in the opening salvo of the coming war. We got Dory and Broggy on the new giant pirate ship, taking on the rest of the nightmare creatures, the Draugr, the dragons, cutting off heads. It is said the giant's allegiance will greatly shape how the conflict unfolds this time. Ooh. And we see Loki, a fat Loki and a fat Luffy. All right, he's got that Luffy appetite. We love it. Will greatly shape how the conflict unfolds this time. A worldwide war? That's never going to happen. So this plot was to take the kids as hostages and put Elbaf under their thumb. That's beyond cowardly. I am merely carrying out the mission. It may well turn out to be a fruitless endeavor. I don't particularly understand the concept of hostages. The lives of a few children are as worthless as trash to me. What's wrong with you? You fiend! Obviously, Nami cares about kids, but I'm waiting for Brooke to do an attack. Play that guitar, play that music. Really hit Gunko in the eardrums, let her know who she's versing. Shh, shh, no! Not the wireless noose, dude. God damn. Colin! 5,000 brick. Gavot. What's that mean? Oh. Aloe faded arrow. Shit. Yeah. Nami. Alright, there's so much happening here. Jinbei and Brooke were readying an attack. The little arrow thing seemed to have touched them. Maybe not touched necessarily the attacking point, not the sword, not the hand, but it just kind of touched Brooke, touched Jinbei. And then she went, aloe faded arrow. Pointed them at each other. Jinbei hits Brooke in the head. Brooke stabs Jinbei in the shoulder. Obviously not what they were meant to do, but she just went in between them, told them to hit each other. Bang. That's pretty crazy. Now that initial one that was going to Usopp, right? Is that still within play? Like, what's going on with that one? And obviously she's going towards Nami, kicks Nami. And then here's the one. Is this a new one at Usopp, or is this like a constant one at Usopp? Whoosh! Damn you! Obviously Usopp was the one yelling after Nami. Zoom! Got an arrow pointing at Usopp. Oh, she just knees him. Just knees him in the face, dude. Well, are you ready, Killingham? To tell the truth, Elbaf's communication network is limited. Who is he talking to? I need to know who he's talking to. And we obviously got just everyone getting fucked on. Absolutely. By one person, by one God's Knight. It's a shame, but at least they have one of these at important points in each village. Ah, Principal Kiba. Oh my, those are quite sharp. Oh, dude, killing him straight up taking on the principal by himself. Oh my, those are sharp. Principal! Smashes his head in. Oh, killing him is just taking on all the teachers in the school. I can't move. That's because I used sleep paralysis on you. So, this big old thing is a telediction snail? Never heard of it. Summers, try talking through it. You should be able to transmit nationwide. Got it. Oh man. Summers has taken on Saul. I mean, look, they got in the way of the God's Knights taking the kids. So obviously we know that they're gonna take them on, right? Sorry, as I was saying. Basically, they interrupted the kids getting towards where the God's Knights wanted them to go. So obviously the God's Knights now need to take matters into their own hands. So Gunko went onto the Straw Hat's ship, obviously or not the ship, but like where Nami and them were. Now Killingham's taking out the teachers so that they don't interfere. And then Summers is going after the final person that's actually trying to save the kids, which is Saul. But I'm gonna need a sec, Killingham. This one should go down soon. He's a former vice admiral. I thought you died on Ohara. Robin, Chopper, don't move. Stay hidden in my hair. Saul. Oh, we're going down here. The children. I'm begging you, take care of them. Kee! Ha 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 ha, come on. It's time for your final charge. Hey, you hear that? Kee! Ha ha ha. Saul, because he's like, come on, Saul, come at me one more time. But we see these brambles are massive, dude. There's a lot in between Saul and Summers. Obviously, Robin's not happy about that. But we're not done yet. A school? A library? You should have cut the peaceful crap. You're meant to be warriors. There was a time when your people might have shook the world. When your peoples might shook the world. You were supposed to be our mercenaries, right, Harold? Damn. King Harold, that bastard. He really messed everything up. What could the noble king have done? Well, clearly, as we assumed, as the emotion on the image indicates, Harold may not be the nicest king, the kind king that everyone in Elbaf thought he was. He had ties with the world government, not even with the world government, with the celestial dragons, with the Gorosei, with the God's Knights. But he really messed things up, which means in the end, he didn't allow for it to happen. So maybe actually it's the other way around. Maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. Because there was a time when the giants of Elbaf were a might that shook the world. They were supposed to be the mercenaries of the world government, which obviously we have the sheep house, maybe not the sheep house, the like where Big Mom was when she was a kid, right? The sheep's, I forget what that was called, with Mother Caramel, which obviously Mother Caramel had ties with the world government and kidnapping giant children and all that. So obviously there's ties to that. But now, how did King Harold mess this up? Was he supposed to be under them? Did he do some kind of agreement with the God's Knights and then he didn't allow for that to happen? Or, I mean, that's the thing. He probably said no. He probably didn't agree, and then they killed him and then blamed it on Loki. That would make the most sense. So obviously with that, chapter 1146 end. No break next week. But I just wanted to, because obviously a lot of action. I mean, this is a very action-heavy chapter. Gunko going after the Straw Hats. I'm interested in her speech again. I just want to kind of read it through again. Because it is interesting. They call her human. She didn't like that. We are gods. We are gods. Our only option to ensure passage to the Holy Land was to have them walk themselves over there. Even for us, a clean abduction isn't feasible, given the sheer size of our quarry. So are they literally walking from Elbaf to Marijoa? Is that what you're saying? Like through the water? Like what are we talking about here? And then she says, and then Brooke, I mean, listen, Brooke knowing about the God's Knights, that's obviously going back to his reaction. She was mad that she was called human, and then Brooke clearly has some kind of reaction to that, and he probably feels her strength for sure. All right. And then I'm just looking for, where does her little speech start? The world was meant to simply vanish one day. Vanish one day. That's how it was supposed to go. The world was meant to vanish one day. However, some among the humans realized what lay in store, and they made sure the entire world would know. So, like, there's supposed to be a cleansing, but there's supposed to be a flood, right? But people like Vegapunk, people like Clover, people like Robin's mom, they wanted people to know the history of the Void Century, and the history of the Void Century basically reveals that this is not the first time this happened. This has happened before, and this is the reason it happened, right? It's like power hungriness or whatever, war. Then we get to her regenerating. That's, I mean, alongside, like, she has her devil fruit power, but then obviously there is like seemingly a cursed demonic essence that's within like the Gorosa and stuff that's probably shared within either celestial dragons. It might be that every celestial dragon might have the power to regenerate, but maybe just within the warriors, within the gods' knights. That's fair. No one can stop it. The countdown has started. The world is already entangled in the opening salvo of the coming war. What is a salvo? A discharge of artillery or guns in battle. Okay, so basically the war has begun because it is said that the giant's allegiance will greatly shape how the conflict unfolds this time. I'm merely carrying out my duty, blah, blah, blah. And then this part also. Well, are you ready, Killingham? To tell the truth? To tell the truth, Elbaf's communication network is limited. But it's a shame. At least they have... It's a shame. It's a shame. But at least they have one of these at important points in each village. So this big old thing is a telediction snail? Never heard of it. Summers, try talking through it. I'm just confused. Okay. I see what's happening. So he's asking if Killingham's ready. But Killingham's like, they're probably like looking for some way to communicate. But he's like, well, there's really like not many options. So they're talking through their own little phones right now. So I think this is Killingham actually talking. I didn't realize. So this big old thing is a telediction snail? Never heard of it. Summers, try talking through it. You should be able to transmit nationwide. I see. So they found one of the telediction snails. They were looking for communication. They found one in the school, and now talking. Mm-hmm. And now basically he's like, this is how we're gonna reach Maryjo for backup or whatever. I see. Okay. I apologize. I don't know what it was, but today I felt a little out of it for this chapter reading. But obviously, we're moving the plot forward. No break next week, so hopefully we get some, obviously Oda's hiding, like, what the brambles are doing exactly to Saul. Obviously, we know Saul's strong. We have a new weapon for Summers, which is like a combo, kind of like Kaido's bat, but more spiky, more kind of irregular spikes, almost like a baseball bat with nails in it. That would have been a cool thing, but it's very much like a bramble. Obviously, the brambles are very big, probably because the feeling that Saul has for the kids is really strong, so that probably like invigorates Summers' powers. Then we see another little power from Killingham, which is that the teachers now can't move because he's using sleep paralysis on them. So that's a little extra buff that he has on his power. And obviously we saw a lot from Gunko this time. We saw, let's see. I wish we could follow, like, the arrow that was going at Usopp. Did that get then redirected to Nami? Or is this is like a new arrow that she did for Nami? There's always one pointing at Usopp, but it's gone. So she didn't really use the arrow that was pointing at Usopp initially until she has one later. Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize Nami trying to move the arrow with her hands. That's cute. There should have been a shot of them trying to like cut the arrow and stuff too. But then the arrow like wiggles, touches them, and then she does this. And then obviously she kicks Nami, and then seemingly this arrow that's been pointing at Usopp has always been pointing at him because it's not like wireless. It's like the one connected to her. Okay, that's interesting. Well, no, because then the wireless one, when she kicks Nami, it's also kind of like a wireless one. So I don't really know. Because I was thinking maybe the wireless ones are like someone else attacks someone else, but it's just pathing. Either way, um, yeah, just an action chapter. A lot of little tidbits here and there. We're obviously going to find out more. They're trying to off-screen a lot of these fights so that we don't really super get all the information about their devil fruits. But we'll see soon enough. That's all I think I really have to say about this chapter. A little quick one. Gunko's kind of broken with the regen and the pathing and everything else. Whatever. Um, all right, so we're gonna do a double. Obviously, I didn't do the anime reaction last week, so we're gonna do a double this week. Hopefully, I get it on time for Sunday, maybe Monday. We'll see. It is Easter, so there's a lot going on. Just had my birthday. Now we got Easter. Ugh, too much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.